Right, so in the previous example, we looked at a less than probability. In this specific example, we're going to look at a greater than probability. So notice that we start with the same scenario. So we're given a mean of 64 inches and a standard deviation of 3 inches. So again, we're going to add 3 here, subtract 3 to go this way, right? And we use our empirical rule to label our curve. Right, now this question asks, what is the probability of randomly selecting a woman taller than 68 inches? So 68 would be somewhere right around here. Taller than means we're going to shade our area to the right. Right? Shorter than would be to the left. Taller than is going to be to the right. Okay. So now we need to find our z-score. So we're going to take 68 minus our mean, which is 64, divided by our standard deviation, which is 3. Again, as you're plugging this into your calculator, if you're doing it all in one step, we may want to think about this in parentheses, or just do the subtraction first. 4 over 3 is going to round to 1.33. Right, so now I'm going to take my table that I have printed off, and we're going to look up the z-score of 1.33. Notice that the front side that I have printed off, all of our z-scores here are negative. So we want to flip it to the other side. We want to look for the positive. And we are looking for a z-score of 1.33. So I'm going to grab my ruler here. 1.3 starts in this row here. So it's a little bit darker here. And we're going to go over to our second decimal point is a 3. So this is the value that we are looking for. This 0.9082 represents our z-score of 1.33. So I'm going to go back to my sheet of paper and I am going to write our area to the left of z is that number that we just found in our table, that 0.9082. Right, now if we look at our picture, that means our area to the left, this big white space, is that 0.9082. What we want is we want the area to the right. So instead of wanting this part that we haven't shaded, we want this little piece that we have shaded. Right? Total, this gives us 100%. So that means if we don't want this piece over here, we can find its complement to find that area to the right. So our area to the right of our z, we're going to find the complement of our area to the left. So when we find complement, remember we subtract something from 1. So 1 minus 0.9082 gives us 0.0918. Right? So we're going to round that off to a percent, and we will say the probability of randomly selecting a woman taller than 68 inches is about 9%. So when we're finding area to the right, we are thinking complement. Right? So our complement of this 0.9082 gave us about 9%.